15 seconds. So we are back for a Gong meditation here on YouTube. Let's see. I see 12 current viewers. Maybe give me a little bit of feedback in the chat how the video is looking, if you can understand me well. From my side it looks good. My broadcasting software says connection is good standing. It's a bit of up and down with the connection here. But anyway, that's what it is. I'm high up here in the Alps on the mountain in South Austria. And well, as you can see on my clock here on the side, up there, the moon is gonna be full. Tomorrow is full moon, so in the night we're gonna play into the full moon today. Preparation. Hello Julia. Beautiful. So once more, welcome for the 4th live Gong meditation here on YouTube. I think it's about the 50s already, something like that, since the first lockdown in Ibiza, where I was living the past 3 years. And usually I had my Wednesdays Gong meditation at Azzaro Hotel. It's Agroturismo Hotel, it's a very nice place. And then the lockdown came and it was a full lockdown. We were allowed to leave the house for 1 kilometer to go shopping. So, and then I decided to do my weekly sessions live, online, for actually broader audience, because from all over the world people are watching. Usually we have them from America, from Asia, from Africa, and of course from Europe, and even from Australia, from all over the world. And today, like in the beginning, I'm usually explaining a little bit what I'm doing here. And today I want to explain a little bit more about the gongs. So next to me you see the eCosmo clock, which shows you colors, tones of the 12-tone scale, and each tone frequency can be calculated also as a light frequency. It's just a higher octave. So you see on the left side of the clock, for example, it's 5-6 o'clock in the morning, the sunrise. It's a red color. And the key F sharp, if you octave it into the terahertz region, then you get a red color. So the key F sharp is a red color in a higher octave. And so on. And on the other side, on the right side of the clock, is the sunset time. So the top half is the day and the bottom half is the night time. So, and in this clock, the color spectrum is divided in 12, like we have 12 keys, so we have 12 hours in one half of the day. And as I just said, these colors are really representing also the sound frequencies. And now I want to go directly to the gongs and explain a little bit what's going on here, because many people still don't know exactly what it means. They're called Symphonic Planet Gongs. The type of gong in general is a symphonic gong. This is how they look like. And the ones I have here, they're the original made by Paisti. I say original because the planet gongs are invented by Paisti. It's just the first manufacturer came up with this type of instruments, and the idea for that came from Jens Züger. And so Hans Cousteau, a Swiss mathematician, had actually, I think, end of the 70s, I don't know exactly the year now, had this idea of converting the time a planet needs to travel around the sun into a sound. And you can do that because anything recurring in a certain time frame can be converted into another time frame by the use of octave. And if you imagine a piano, maybe you know a little bit about it, you have the 12 tones, but they're repeating a couple of times depending how big your piano is. So in each set of these 12 keys is called an octave. So if you pick any key and then you go on the next octave and press the same key, you actually hear the double frequency. So this is what an octave is, the double frequency. It stays the same key when you double it. It's just getting higher and higher. Or you can octave down. If you have a very high frequency, you can bring it down. So basically, you could also convert light frequency, because light waves, the waves of light, are also in a certain frequency. And that means how often that one wave, or how many waves happen per second. So how often does it happen in a certain time? That's what frequency means. And if we talk about sound, we are in the scale of seconds. And for example, the lowest sound you can hear, it's like a normal person, let's say like this, is like the lowest frequency is about 20 hertz. It's a very low bass frequency. And that means this pressure waves in the air, that's what sound is. Sound is air pressure waves which arrive at your ear, and then it's getting translated into a sound. So it's not actually the same like a light wave, because light wave isn't traveling with air waves. It's an own medium. So there's different media for that. Sound travels with air pressure in certain frequency, how often it happens per second. So 20 waves per second is the lowest frequency you can hear, and the highest is 20,000. You can also say 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz. So this is the range of our hearing. And in terms of octaves, that means you can hear 10 octaves. So that's quite a big range, because if you compare it to the light, let's put it on one more time. So from red to red-violet, it's 1 octave of light. So your eyes, your vision, is limited to 1 octave of light, while your ears can hear 10 octaves of sound. So you could say your hearing is 10 times more sensitive than your vision. And I also talked about this often in my sessions, because our world is very visual. Everything has to look good. This is very important. But then you come in these good-looking cities, places, whatever. But what about the sounds? So you come in a good-looking cafe, let's say. It's beautiful. And then they start grinding the coffee beans. And that's a very noisy thing. And I had that sometimes if you go, let's say, early and didn't sleep long and you want a coffee, then you sit there and suddenly they switch on this machine starting to grind. So that's noise pollution. But of course, this is a little thing, but especially if you think about cities, metro, the subway, if you go in there, they're roaring. This is monstrous traffic noise in general. So the awareness about noise or sound isn't equal. It's not balanced with our awareness or focus on visual. Everyone wants to look good, but they also have to sound good. And especially if you know now that our hearing is 10 times more sensitive. So in this planet gongs here behind me, I would say this is my most important planet gong. This frequency of this gong, the sound of this gong, is a translation of the Earth year. So the orbit of planet Earth. It takes 1 year to travel around the sun, everyone knows that. And the formula for frequency is 1 divide seconds. This is hertz then, this is the frequency. So you basically convert the 365 days into seconds, and then you apply the formula. And then you have this frequency of the year. So this is not a sound in space. This is also not a vibration of some sort. Yeah, this is not how planet Earth vibrates. And there's often a lot of confusion how people use the terminology. So vibration is clearly something like this, mechanical movement up and down, like cells vibrating. A vibration, you know the word, what a vibration is, yeah? And a frequency is a frequency. Frequency says, for example, if you have a vibration, how often does it vibrate up and down in a certain time? In this case, it's not a vibration, it's an orbit. Rotation, you could say also. Rotation not, because the rotation is when the planet rotates around its axis. So that would be the day frequency. You can get also a day, Earth day gong tuned to the Earth day frequency. And interestingly, for example, the Earth year is a C sharp, translated in the 32nd octave. So this, what I explained, how you calculate the frequency, then you have to multiply with 2 for 32 times, and then you get this frequency, what you can hear. And it's a C sharp. And the color, if I show you the clock again of a C sharp, because now 10 o'clock on the bottom, 22, let's see, here, 22, it's a blue-green color, emerald. And I find that fascinating because if you look at planet Earth, what's the colors you see? Blue and green. I think this is the major colors, of course. And it just happens that the Earth year sound is also blue-green. And the Earth day, for example, is a G. So if you go now in the clock and then look for G, 7 o'clock in the morning, for example, there is one. And also in the evening, because there's always twice. We have twice the spectrum. The day goes from red to red-violet, and the night is mirrored, so it goes back from red-violet to red. So 7 o'clock in the morning and 4 in the morning is the orange. Also 8 o'clock is still the orange color, so you can relate that. And then it becomes already like yellow-orange, and then yellow, and then green-yellow, and then green. So you see it's always a mix, and then the clear color. Like 12 o'clock, midday, is the key of C, green color. 1 hour after, there's a little bit of blue already coming in, so it's blue-green. And then 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's blue. So you can imagine it a little bit like a traffic light also, yeah? When it switch over, you have, at one moment you have 2 colors. The transition. So this C sharp, the year frequency, if you listen to that sound, it's very good for meditation. It's a calming and grounding frequency. If you listen to a Earth Day gong, a G, orange color, it is actually vitalizing. And now if you know a little bit about colors or just feel it, if you look at an orange color, that's a very vitalizing color. And the blue-green color is calm, I would say. Yeah, green and blue, those 2 colors are very, very calming. So interesting that the colors really represent also the characters of the sound we hear. So this is not just a random translation of sound to color or only mathematics where you calculate something and that's it. It really means something. And also, for example, midday, green color, key C. The green color, if you look now in the center of the clock, you see this couple sitting there in meditation position. And right now, there is here this blue-green dot lighting up because this is the throat chakra and it is related to that color. It starts in the bottom, the root chakra, with red color and ends up in the crown chakra with red-violet. So you could actually connect sounds and colors to chakras that way by calculation. The colors of the chakras, well, they're just coming from the root. First chakra is red and ending with red-violet. This is not a calculation, of course, because nobody can calculate a chakra. This is the spiritual part of our world, and it's not about mathematics. But I find it very interesting that you can connect mathematics, science, to that. And the clock represents this. The clock is making this connection. So, for example, down here, this is Venus, the key of A, yellow with a touch of orange in it. Then on the other side here, this is Mercury, which is also C sharp, so also blue-green. On the bottom here is Neptune. It's a dark orange, or it's an orange, let's say it's G sharp, so close to the Earth Day frequency, but different. Each one is different, of course. Then behind me, it's a special one. This is not planet, this is the sun. I'm not explaining today how this is calculated because obviously the sun doesn't orbit around the sun. There is another way how you can do that. And in a very, very simple way of explaining it, you send a photon in light speed around the sun. And how long that takes is the orbit of light around the sun. So the dimension of the sun is finally the orbit then. And on the outside here, we have a symphonic brilliant gong. This one is in the key of F sharp, so it could be related to the morning hour, red color. And the sun is a yellow-greenish color. So now you see I have a couple of colors here. And now you remember that I said that each sound have a character, of course. If you listen to a sound, one is maybe sounding sad, one is sounding happy, one is calming, one is vitalizing. They have all sorts of, they trigger all sorts of emotions. They create an atmosphere. So if you imagine the same thing with colors, it's the same. Yeah, if you make a painting, it also creates an atmosphere by looking at it. And in a way, you could also imagine me playing like an artist making a painting. A bit of blue green and a bit of yellow and green and a bit of orange there and a bit of red on the other side. And then these bubbles of sounds are emitting, but they're also crossing each other, of course, here in the room. And then they create overtones. So, and the overtones are different keys. So there's all sorts of colors coming out there. It's like painting. You mix that color and you get new colors. And I think that's quite simple or easy to understand now, that this is all precisely calculated. So there's science behind this. And those instruments here, they were the first ever to be tuned to this planet, or let's say natural frequencies. There was no instrument before that which was tuned to natural frequencies calculated. This was a premiere, and I'm very lucky because I own 4 of the first ever made planet gongs, which is the Earth's year here, the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune. So those are the first who sounded on planet Earth in these cosmic frequencies. And I think that's enough explanation for today. You all want to hear the gongs. So one more thing to point out, this is here my PayPal donation link. So I do this for free. I'm not asking money for you to watch it. Not everyone can. And they actually are looking forward to it every week. And it helps them also to get through these difficult times. Yeah, people are in lockdown and whatever. They're maybe not so fortunate, have a little tiny apartment somewhere. So it can be very mental. And then they really appreciate the gong session every week. And this person told me, well, I would love to donate, but they have no work. Like myself, yeah, I have no work. I can't play for anyone. It's not allowed. Actually, since March, which is a quite long time. And if you like what I'm doing, I'm happy about every contribution. Anything. It doesn't have to be much. I'm happy with anything. And so let's get to the Gong meditation. I recommend you to wear headphones, get comfortable, maybe switch off the lights. And all you need to do is listen and breathe with the gongs. You don't actually have to watch me playing. Of course you can if you like. And another way of experiencing this is if you plug the sound into a proper sound system, turn up the volume and dance with the gongs. My friend in Belgrade, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, he told me he was dancing with his wife the entire Gong meditation. And that's beautiful because if you move, you increase the circulation and the vibration vibrate also. You get more oxygen in every corner, in every part of your body. So this is good. It's good also to move. You don't have to just lay down and halfway sleeping. But it's also very good if you do that, because a lot of people actually fall asleep during the Gong meditation, and when you sleep, you are open to receive. So I'm happy to play you into your dreams if you want to do it that way. However, I'm going to start now. I'm going to play for 1 hour. And let's see, how late is it? 10:25. So it's going to be 11:25 when I stop. And I wish you a beautiful Gong meditation. We arrived at the heart chakra. So take a couple of deep breaths and imagine how you get the love energy into your heart chakra and how you emit it from there. You breathe in, you smile, and you get all this energy in your heart. And when you exhale, you emit it, you radiate it to everyone, unconditional. It's all about getting into the center, not high, not low. It's not about duality of up and down, good and bad, all these projections. It's about to be centered, that every cell in your body vibrates in its natural, normal frequency. We don't want to vibrate higher. We don't want to raise our frequency because we want to be as good, as perfect as possible. And that's how nature made us, and not somewhere higher. It's enough work to get into the center. This is what your body and your mind and your spirit does the whole day, tuning you back to your center, because all these environmental influences try to get you out of the center, to wind you up or bring you down, put your left and right back and forward. Center, this is what we want. And the gongs help you to center, to help your cells to remember their original vibration. The gongs don't heal you, the sounds don't heal. They help you so you can start your healing processes. You are the healer, nobody else, ever. Say thank you very much, and already on Saturday I have the next live stream together with Marco. We stream also here from the studio, but then with synthesizers and gongs together. It's already Saturn this Saturday, so we made the inner planets and the sun and the moon and the earth. And now it's Saturn on Saturday, so the Saturday after it's going to be Uranus, 1 week later Neptune, and another week later Pluto. And we can pick some other frequencies like the day frequency or the Platonic year frequency, or we can also tune into the moons of Saturn and Jupiter. They have many moons like Titan, Vaitsilanus, Europa. There's many frequencies in the universe. We can work forever and never come back to the same. So thank you very much. I'm gonna share on my Facebook page also the concept of constellation, what I'm doing with Marco. Saturday also 10 o'clock, but we stream on Facebook. We started there and we want to complete this the solar system series. We don't want to switch now to YouTube, and And on YouTube we upload finalized versions because we record everything, we master the sound, and then we upload the good version to YouTube. Okay. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day or the evening. Sleep well. Or maybe you still have to work a little bit. And hope to see you next Wednesday again, or on Saturday already.